I just wanted to give you kind of an overview of your desktop computer on your MacBook, if you are not familiar with MacBooks and how they kind of function and operate. So just to kind of start off, right up here in your Apple, if you go there, you can click on that. You can click About This Mac. And this is where you can see all your technical settings of your computer. You Apple, and we're going to cover system preferences in a little bit later. Force quit, very useful, and you can open up and force quit any programs that are unresponsive. It's quite a useful tool. Log out, shut down, restart, sleep, and your kind of regular type functions are right there. Finder we're going to cover in just a second. Here's your file window, edit, view, go, window, help. Help is also very useful because if you ever get stuck on something, you can just search for it and pull up information and find an answer to your question. Over on the side, if you click here, you've got your calendar and weather. You can customize this however you want it to look. This little guy right here is Siri, so you can audio ask the internet questions if you need to. This is particularly useful, this find. So you can search for any program or document that you may need for use in this program, and so if you can't immediately access it, you just click on that little tool right here and search for it. I look for documents all the time using the search feature right there. And then the rest of these things you can kind of customize as you want to, obviously internet and clock and that such thing. All right, down here, this is what's called our dock. At the bottom here, a finder window. There you can click on a finder, and this is another way to search for documents that you may need, or any kind of thing that you're looking for. You've got access to your desktop, AirDrop, which we'll talk more about later, downloads that you've done, applications, your iCloud Drive. So you've got access to a lot of, basically this is kind of like where everything is stored and you can look for information. Right here is your Launchpad where you can click and you can have access to all the different kind of programs that you have on here, quick access to it, so you can, that's another way to find information. And the rest of these are just different programs that I have either open or running, or I have them stationed on my dock. So the way I can do that, I can customize what's on this dock. All I have to do is a 2-finger click, and we can say go to options, and we could say remove this from the dock if I don't want it there, or if it wasn't on there and I wanted it to stay there, it would say add to dock. So if I click on that, once it closes, it takes it away. So that's particularly useful. One of the things I did want to also talk about in terms of your functionality of your computer is that right here, if you're in Chrome or Safari, these 3 buttons up here, your red is to exit out of the program, yellow is to minimize, and you can see where it goes onto the dock, and then the green is to maximize, and that takes up the full screen. And you're probably wondering, where did my menu bar go? Well, Apple computers has this unique ability to kind of swipe through screens. So I'm going to use a gesture, my 3 fingers swipe on my trackpad to swipe from programs, and you can have multiple programs open full screen and keep swiping through to them. If I want to take this out of full screen, I can just click that and it goes back to the smaller screen. So on your dock, you can also actually customize the way, if you don't want it on the bottom, if you want it on the side, and we'll talk more about system preferences in a little bit, but because we're talking about the dock, I think it's good to do it here. You go to System Preferences, Dock, and you can have it go to the left, your right, bottom. You can change the magnification size, and you can customize it right there, so that's particularly useful. If you have any questions, just let me know, and I'll be more than happy to help.